Hello, Revere, and welcome to our Revere Veterans and Community Show. Today we have a special guest. He was on here quite a while ago. His name is Bill Jackson. He is the Assistant Director of the Boston International Film Festival. Bill, let me welcome you to the show. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you.
Thank you, my friend. I'm just sorry I wasn't here for the 100th show. I wish I had been here for that.
Well, you're here close to the 200th show, Bill, so thank you for coming, okay?
Morris, you and I ain't going to be around for the 200th show.
Oh, yes, we are. I hope so. Now, Bill, you've been the Assistant Director of the Film Festival for at least 10 years. But how many years has the festival itself been going on?
13. We had a big 10th anniversary a couple of years ago because it was our 10th year. Made a big deal out of it. So we're still moving forward.
Okay. By the way, you have a lot of things coming up. Can you give us some of the dates, what's going to be happening this year?
Yeah, the film festival actually starts next week. A week from today, as a matter of fact. We will be having an open red carpet. We will be showing a movie, which I'll talk about later. And the festival is 5 days. But the first night, with the red carpet, that's very special.
Right.
We have the Mayor Walsh's Director of Arts and Culture, thanks to me. And when we see this clip, there should be, they showed this, the commendations, one from Mayor Walsh, one from Speaker DeLeo, and one from my dear friend, Charlie Baker, the governor. I think it will come up on the, when we show that little
on the little clip on the film?
Yeah.
That's good. So those are the dates this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Now my third question to you, and this is a little long one. Could you explain to our audience how the film festival is put together and the people involved that do it?
Okay, that's a good question. Some people just think, oh, you walk in the theater and sit down, they turn the movie on. Actually, we have over 1,200 films that have come in over the past year. 1,200 films. Each one paying a $50 fee. Somebody has to send a response to them. Okay, you get 1,200 responses. In other words, it's a big deal. The festival itself has to set up an account for incoming, which would be sales, ticket sales, and then expenses, because you have both.
Right.
So somebody has to take care of all that. Somebody has to send 1,200 letters that the people who sent in the film, you know, who they were. We have to respond with a lot. I don't do any of that stuff, but I'm just saying that there's a lot that goes with it. We receive $6 from every $12 ticket sold at the Lowe's Theater in Boston. By the way, we have different categories of films, Morris. One would be shorts. That could be anywhere from 2 to 7 or 8, maybe 10, 11 minutes. Then we have animation, which is, if you think of a cartoon.
Right.
We have animation films. We have documentaries. We have documentaries about some very serious subjects, like what happened in Haiti with the earthquake and things like that. The other thing is that these films are not all feature films. They're short, they're medium, and then you get the feature film, which is a full film.
Can I ask you one question, Bill?
Yeah.
What about documentaries are also included in there?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
How do you get these films? I mean, you mean they're mailed in to you, so other people...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And the reason they know to send them in is because we have the website, which is known all around the film community. This film festival was named one of the 10 best film festivals in New England, and it also is the largest one. So going on with, you know...
Excuse me 1 second, Bill. Is that the website that's showing up there?
Yes.
Oh,
very
okay.
good.
So if people want to send it in, they can use that website?
They can. If they want to look up information, they can do so.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay. So then we have advertising. You have to advertise. These are all things that have to be done that people don't know about. We have Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We go to the colleges around Boston to advertise the film festival. Then we have the technical aspect. Who's going to run the projectors? Who's going to have them organized? This is the schedule. There's 25 sessions, and each session could possibly have 2 or 3, a short, an animation, and a feature film. Oh, by the way, who's going to make up the schedule? Oh, somebody that's in the office working, see. The other thing, Morris, is the technical aspect of the festival. Somebody has to know what they're doing to go up in the screening room and run those projectors.
Bill, can I ask you a question, because I'm not familiar with this, so
Yeah, sure.
as a layman, you show the film, now who makes the decision that we're going to take this film, and do you ever reject the films?
That's a very good question. First of all, when we review the film, so we're seated at a table, okay, there might be 6, 8, 10, 12 people.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we actually look at the films. We started last November just to review the films. And if we don't like the film, you see this cup?
Yep.
We turn the cups over.
Oh.
Now, only if the majority of people turn the cup over, we stop the film.
So you delete it then?
It stopped.
Oh, okay.
It's just cut off. It's just stopped. Just
Even
like
while
that.
you're in the middle of watching it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, Morris, the interesting thing that I like is that if it's cut off, or even at the end, and they say, oh, this was a great film, we have a discussion, which is the best part of the whole thing for me. Somebody says, oh, that was a great film. And I'll say, a great film? It sucked. It was horrible. What are you talking? And we get into these, debates. It makes it, kind of fun.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. What are your responsibilities at the film festival, Bill?
My responsibilities? Okay, we have 25 sessions. Here they are. Somebody has to be a moderator for each and every one of those sessions. So my job is to find 25 people. I've got to get people to do the 25 sessions. Not easy. Then I have to train them as to what is to be done. So a moderator would get up in front of the audience and say, good evening, welcome to the Boston International Film Festival. My name is Morris Morris. The first film we have for you tonight is blah, 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 blah. Then when the session the movie is over, if there is somebody in the audience representing the film, the moderator has that person down front, moderator has the microphone, and ask questions of that person.
And at which theaters are these films showing? I see a couple. I see the one that I would love to go see myself, the Samba Jazz, which is 90 minutes long.
Well, it's at the AMC Lowe's Theater. As I say, it starts next Thursday, and it goes on for about a week. I also have to supervise the red carpet. You asked me what do I do. I have to supervise the red carpet. Sometimes it gets out of hand, people pushing and so forth.
So in other words, you will have a red carpet at an opening night. So tell us about the tape that's to follow. After you tell us about the festival, you're going to show a little tidbit, I believe.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The red carpet is out on the sidewalk. Okay?
Oh, just like Hollywood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And people line up. We've got producers, directors, actors, basically from all over the country, plus those countries.
In front of the Lowe's Theater, the red carpet?
Lowe's Theater, yeah. And we have one star whose name is Leon. Do you remember that movie of the bobsled team from Jamaica?
That don't ring a bell.
He was the star. Did you see the movie about the Temptations?
Yes.
You did? Well, he was the star of that movie.
Okay.
So he'll be here. So the red carpet, people line up. okay? Each person that comes through, there's several people with microphones, you know, interviewing people. If you come, you can get interviewed if you'd like to come. You don't have to pay the $12. I'll let you in for free.
I might take you up on that.
So that's next Thursday. So it's a lot of fun. We really do enjoy it. Do you mind if we take a little break? And we have a video.
Oh, yes. I would love to see it myself.
Okay, it's about a little over 2 minutes long. And it's about last year's festival. Would you like to see it?
I would love to see it. Can we start that little clip on there in the audition room?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Welcome to Boston International Film Festival.
Wicked and Dark and Hilarious. Are you from Boston? That's where the Wicked comes in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Really happy to be here.
It was really fun.
I'm checking them all out.
Thank you.
There's a lot of films that are going to be screening here. Are there any you are particularly interested in seeing?
You know, obviously all of them. You'll love it.
And Cantaloupes.
It's kind of an uplifting story. Yeah, big fans of Boston, big fans of this festival, and we're really excited that we're here. This is an awesome theater.
I looked at it and I was like, okay, that looks really good. And I saw a trailer to it and I thought it was amazing.
I'm a Boston-based filmmaker. This is my 10th film, and I think my 4th in the Boston International Film Festival.
And there's a bunch of films that are going to be premiering here, screening at the festival.
In Boston! Exactly.
Took a lot of work and hard preparation, and we did it, and we had fun, and great reception from the movie.
I think I'll go as many sessions as possible.
It's been a journey that spans more than a decade.
You know, Boston is a great city premiering films, and I think we're happy that our film's here.
I mean, there's so many I could go on and on. Every year there's a good selection that gets, you know, that piques my interest.
We have a documentary feature film.
The plot of the movie.
A DJ named Mike.
I'm honored to be in everybody's presence.
Something goes astray and gets flipped on him.
There are some light moments in the film.
Together we stepped into the wild to tell these stories. So.
But we'll be watching.
So we're excited.
Come out and support opening night as well.
Well, you know, all the talents all together, and it's really good to meet people.
Hi, everybody.
We touch on a lot of themes. People are calling it a cult classic.
That's an excellent job, whoever filmed that, Bill. So I want to say thank you for that. Anyway.
I'd like to say it was me, but I don't even know how to dial a phone. I'm not mechanically inclined.
Right.
I couldn't do that.
As I was looking at that film, I saw a lot of different people from different countries that are represented. Do you have a list of the countries, or can you tell us some of them?
Well, I will. I'd like to mention all of them. Mark.
Go right ahead.
And the reason is there could be newly arrived residents here, you know, from the community, immigrant people. And I want to mention each country because if they hear that there's a movie from their country, they may feel that they would like to come to see it. So
One question before you stop, Bill.
Yeah.
When they show films from other countries, is a subtitle in English if they're speaking a foreign language?
Yes.
Okay.
That's correct. Yeah. So here's what we have. You ready?
Yep, go right ahead.
Hungary, Haiti, Nigeria, that's Africa, India, Japan, Brazil, Canada, Poland, Spain, Iran, South Africa, Rwanda, Greece, Sweden, Holland, South Korea, Argentina, and of course my favorite place on earth, Ireland.
Oh, I thought you was going to say United States.
Well, no, that's not a part. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know Morris, you have to be prepared for any kind of joke because he's going to bring one up. In fact, before this show, he said to me, "Are you married?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, how about this one?" And I said, "No, her eyes blink too much."
Okay. That's Mrs. Betsy Ross, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think she's a little too old for you. Okay, Bill.
By the way, if I could talk about a couple of these films, the one from Haiti.
Be our guest.
It was done by the executive director of the film festival. He is from Haiti. And I kept telling him, if you're from Haiti and you're a filmmaker, why wouldn't you go back to Haiti and do a film? He finally did. It's a film, you remember the earthquake in Haiti?
Yes.
And there were kids that had nobody, they were running around, their parents were dead, I mean, it was just horrible. Well, this is the story about two brothers, okay? Both of their parents and their brothers and sisters were gone. So they are going to look for their grandfather because they want some family, they have nowhere to live. And the story is all about what they went through to find the grandfather, which they did at the very end of the story. It was very heartwarming. Some people had tears in their eyes when they got to meet up with the grandfather. The movie from Iran, to be honest with you, I missed that screening. I haven't seen it, so I will see it in the film festival. There's another one thing, too. One of our people that's on our staff, he's had a very interesting life, to say the least. But he's sort of an old hippie. Remember the hippies?
Yep,
Yeah.
the 60s.
Yep. He was through all that. And he's sort of a hippie type person. So we made a film of him for 2 minutes where he talks about his life, which for us was very, very interesting. Did you have any questions about the specific films or anything like that?
Yes, I would like to ask you a couple of questions, if I may, Bill.
Sure.
The one that you just mentioned about Haiti.
Yeah.
What was the name? You mentioned the story, but what was the name of the picture?
Day by Day.
Yeah. Now, can people see that if it's already been played, let's say, in the Lewis? Does it come on the internet, like on Facebook?
They could do that. They could do that. They could Google it. Day by Day film, and they would be able to see that film.
At Facebook, YouTube, and those?
On the website that they put up here?
Oh, okay.
It would be there also. You know? Yeah.
So
But they could just Google it, Day by Day. There are stories in here about violence, gang members, crazy people, anything that you could mention. There is one film, Morris, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
If you look on the opening night,
Right.
which is next Thursday,
Yep.
there's a movie called Friends and Romance. And here's what it is. It's really good. I mean, especially if our Italian friends might want to see this. First of all, it's a comedy, okay? It's called Friends and Romance. There's a group of guys in New York, Brooklyn.
That's where I'm originally from.
Oh, really? Good for you. You don't have an accent, do you?
Well, I come from 33rd and 4th Avenue. Does that give me a clue?
I think we maybe get you to come in and be in a film. But in any event, so these guys, now this is a comedy, but some of them are mafia related, and two of them work doing commercials, but they're not allowed to speak. They're extras standing around. So during this film, you'll see that one of these guys that's an extra, advertising a car, automobile, he's not supposed to speak. And he says, yes, I have one of those, and it's really a lot of fun. He got fired on the spot. But
Don't
anyway,
give the whole plot away, though. Don't give the plot away. Let them come and see the movie.
well, I'm not gonna give the plot away. But so these guys get together and they decide that they're going to make a show, a play. Okay, these are guys that are tough New Yorkers and all that. And the name of the play is Friends and Romance. It's it's Julius Caesar, Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. And these guys, sort of from the other side of the tracks, they put it all together, and they put it on, and at the end, one of them who's a very good actor. What's that show that used to be on TV about the mafia?
Sopranos?
Yes. This film has 4 people that were in that show. And I would encourage people to go to see that particular film because A, it's funny, B, it's the first night, C, you'll be on the red carpet, D, you will see a very, very funny film. I'll give each one. They were talking about the title, Julius Caesar. The guy says, I don't like Caesar salad. And it went on like that. Very funny.
Right. We got about 7 minutes left. I'd like to ask you a couple of more questions, if I may, Bill.
Sure.
Okay. How do you select the winners? Now, you explained to me that you have the cups if you don't like the ball, but how do you select the winners?
Okay, that's a good question. We have a panel of 3 people, and I'm not one of them. And what they do, see, what we do when we review all the films.
All 1,200.
Yes, we have to put a number 1 through 10. If it sucked, you put 2. If it really sucked, you take it off.
Right.
And then it goes up to 10. Now, the people who select the films, they will look at those films that got 10s, okay, or maybe 9s. And then they actually have to go through all the films that we select. And don't forget, 1,200 films. We've been doing this since last November. 1,200 films is a lot of films. So from November up until last week, we were still reviewing the films, trying to finalize, which films that we would select. So it's a very, very big job. From November on, every Saturday, from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we are meeting, reviewing the films, and turning the cups over if you don't like it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's how it works, and we don't just give one award. We give one for Best Actor, we give one for Best Documentary, we give one for Best Feature Film, and each of those categories, one award is given. And as I say, there's 21 countries. We have people who come here from some of those countries. We had somebody here last year from Turkey. We had one from Afghanistan. We had one from Ireland. We even have actors that come over, fly over.
Just to
yes.
Watch the film festival?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I got another good question for you, if I may. You mentioned that something happened the year of the marathon bombing, which was in 2013. Matter of fact, it's 2 years ago, practically from today.
Yeah, because
what was it?
Let me just see if I can find one of these days. Oh, okay. Session 24 and 25, the last 2 sessions,
yep,
are while the marathon is actually going on. So, the question you just asked me has to do with the marathon. What happened, Morris, was that I invited my brother's grandson to come in with his girlfriend to come and see a movie. And they were going to meet me at the finish line of the Boston Marathon. So we put on a film that was about an hour and a half. So I had plenty of time to walk over to meet them, which is what I was doing. And as I approached Copley Square, there was a huge explosion. Huge explosion, Morris. Now I'm thinking my brother's grandson may be dead, because I was close to where especially that first bomb went off. And I got on the phone and he answered. I said, "Stephen, where are you?" He said, "I'm not there yet. I'm on my way." And I said, "Go home. Don't come in Boston. There's somebody in here shooting off bombs. Don't come here. Go home." And I was scared, very frightened. That he could have been there,
We have about 3 minutes left. Why don't you take a couple to wrap it up, and I'll take the last minute. Go right ahead.
Okay. Well, I would just say, first of all, I'd like to thank you. Okay?
I'd like to thank you for taking the time to come on here. This is very interesting.
Well, you're very interesting. But
Thank you.
My understanding is that you are approaching your 100th show.
200.
200?
Yep.
Oh my God! How many years have you been doing this?
2 years.
Wow, 200. Congratulations.
Yep, we're shooting for 300 next year, but we don't want to rush it.
And you do 100 a year? That would be 300?
Yep.
You do? Okay. How do you get people to come on this show?
Just like you people call Bob Dunbar. People call me at home, or they meet me in the street and they would like to come on the show. We tell them to set up an appointment. We love them. We don't refuse anybody, especially if he's a veteran, like yourself.
Oh, no, I'm not a veteran.
Well, you're a veteran of the community.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Veterans of the military, veterans of the community.
I appreciate
so we love
that.
to have them to come on the show.
I
now,
appreciate
I would like to say one thing to you. I have a shirt here that says "Put Revere on the Map."
Yeah.
But you do an international film festival. Maybe you could get a logo of this shirt and spread it out to those 21 countries and then some, you know. I'll put it all over the world before what we do here, okay?
Or either that or just give it to the foreigners that come to our country.
Right. So let me shake your hand, Bill, and say thank you for taking the time to come on our show. God bless you, my friend.
Morris, it's always a pleasure, and thank you very much, and also thank you to Revere TV.
Right. And I want to thank all the people out there. May God bless them. May God bless our troops, and especially all our servicemen that were all over the world doing their job for us. So I want to thank you. Until the next time, have a great day, and thank you for watching the show.
And God bless America also.
Yep. And the shows only get better as we go along, as you can see with the guests that we have on here. So thank you, folks.